Defenestration.
Just so y'all know, WySpike Defenestration. Apparently, Defenestration is the act of throwing someone out of a window, which is pretty dope. I don't know why they decided to choose that name, but it works. And then Matthew Deno rocking his new jersey, as well as David Louis rocking his new jersey. Calls a pocket on the first serve. And that's going to be a double fault by Matthew Burrows. Don't want to say Matthew Deno because he's not the one playing anymore. And that's going to be first point for SpydReverse. And that's going to be an ace by Rahul. Sorry, Matthew. Rahul Murthy to serve. Goes for the drop. I mean, surely there has to be a few defensive plays. WySpike Defenestration. Point. 1 point. Well, we have the most viewers we've ever had before, I think. So hopefully we'll see some great double faults and some great aces. Fault by Germ. Don't worry, if it gets super bad, I'll just speed it up 1.5 speed. SpydReverse. Matthew's doing something, trying to get a great touch by Germ. Gets the wrap, but no, he doesn't get it. I believe it's gonna be 4-1. David is served against Matthew Burrows. Hard serve, opposite play off the net, but it's not a good first touch. A great hip thrust. 1, 2, 3 finish. But Rahul gets the touch. Can David capitalize? He tries to put it onto the net, but he doesn't. And it's going to be an offset and a point for Defenestration. And that's going to be Bork Spool to follow. Thank you so much for the follow. Wait, where did my scoreboard go? There we go. I was trying to figure out how to edit my scoreboard. It's going to be a double fall by Matthew. 5-2 Rahul to serve. Going to hit a lip. A good cut. Germ gets a hold of it, and Matthew's going to slap that thing over the head of Rahul. 3-5 Defenestration. And in case where y'all are wondering, my stream labels are not working, which is why you can't see the recent follower. But I'll fix that next time. I don't know why it's not working. I get the stream to work better and perform better, but then the overlay doesn't work. That's going to be a double fault by Defenestration for a point for their team. David with the serve. Gonna hit a back lip. Alright, they're ball shagging, so I'm gonna skip past this a little bit. Hard serve. A great set by Germ, though. It's gonna be put away by Matthew Burrows. Great playing by WySpike. Burrows to serve. Let's see if he can put one on. Matthew Burrows to serve. Hits it hard into the pocket. And hits a front rim. I'm not covering this game to wreck my boys' lives. I'm covering it commentate, dang it. I believe in you guys. I know this isn't the past, but I still believe you can win. Raul to serve. Hits a fat lip, and it's going to be Defenestration's point. Jeremiah Porter to serve, 5-7. And that's going to be a rim. Second serve for Jeremiah Porter. Hits it hard and to the rim. Come on, boys. David Louis to serve against Matthew Burrows. Eight 5. Up for the hard cut, but it's going to hit a back lip. Hard jam, and that's going to go to the left side of Matthew. He can't put it up. Point for SpydReverse and ball shagging. Goes for the reverse cut. A good set by Matt. Nope, it's off the net. And Jern goes to the athletic play, but it's going to be a point for SpydReverse. From my angle, it looked like a good set, but it was a little off net. David opts for the short. Good touch by Matthew Burrows. Hits it past David. David goes for the defensive touch and can't get it on. Six serving 10 for Defenestration. Hits it hard into David, but I think it's going to be a lip or side pocket. It's a back lip. It's going to be a little high, but they're going to not play it. I think it's a good call by Matthew. It's really off net. Great serve by Rahul. Sure gets a good hand of it. Flicks it away from Rahul. And that's going to be a point for WySpike Defenestration. Hard serve by Germ. Gonna be a front rim and the point for SpydReverse. You know, for double faulting so much, y'all aren't that far behind. Like 5 points is not the biggest gap I've seen in these Gold League matches. Biggest gap I've seen was I think 7 points, which was 7-0 in one of the games I saw. Matthew the great up, a good set by Germ. Tries to wrap it. I think he may have hit a rim. Not for sure though. No, he hits it. Point for Defenestration, and it's gonna be Matthew Burrows up to serve against David Louis. So hard into the back pocket. It's a hard left. David Louis gonna get the hit, and Matthew cuts the wrong way. That's gonna be SpydReverse's point. I think something at this point for Defenestration, I mean, it's hard to play defense against well, not really. I feel like Rahul hits right at you. Something I would opt to do is just gentleman serving, because I think it was Logan who taught us this, but once you've hit 3 serves in a row and they've all double faulted, I mean, you want to just get a serve on and then hopefully play defense, or hope that the hitters make an error here. And they've double faulted the majority of their points, so that's something I'd opt to do here. I know you're trying to put it on, but I would just put the gentleman serve. I mean, like straight up, toss up, hitting forward. A great serve by Germ, and it's going to go over the defense. That's going to be a point for SpydReverse. Sorry, Germ. I didn't recognize your serve. 14-19. David to serve. Gets a reverse. Germ with the athleticism, but I think it was a carry. And that's the point for SpydReverse. 5-9. David to serve. David Louis for his second serve against Jeremiah Porter. So hard into the back lip, and it's going to be defenestration. So let's see if Matthew can get a service run going and make a comeback on. A great serve. Puts it on, but that's a 1-2-3 finish by SpydReverse. See, that's unfortunate. The time that Matthew does put it on, they do get it with the easy 1-2-3 finish. And now it's Rahul to serve. It's hard for the push shot. A great little jam. Matthew hits a tweener past the defense of David Louis. Ball shagging him a skip. I think there's some debate as to whose serve it is. (11-16) Jeremiah Porter serve. Let's see if he can get his second one on for the day. I think he's not coming over the ball. Seems to just be hitting it. And then when he does go over the ball, he hits the front rim. It's unfortunate. 17-11, David Louis serve. Gets a hard cut. And that's going to be a point for SpydReverse. Gets a lip, and they do not opt to play it. I mean, it was far from the net. I think that's why they didn't play it. And it was a good decision because that's going to be a point for WySpike Defenestration. It's a double fall by Matthew Burrows. That is not just putting it on. See, I think he's still putting too much strength into his serve. There's a serve, but he's going to hit a pocket. That's going to be a point for SpydReverse. (19-12) goes for the drop, and it gets him. And this is going to be point 12. I believe SpydReverse is going to take this one. Unless Defenestration makes a sick comeback here. A hard serve. Matthew gets a great touch on it. Into the body of Rahul. That's going to be 13-point. Weight of the world on Jeremiah Porter. Can he do it? Puts it on. David gets a great touch on it. And Rahul is going to make a David set, as David would say. Not roasting David. That's what he says. He actually calls those sets David sets. So, Jerem with the fake. Goes for an unconventional serve at 14-point. And that's going to be a double fault. SpydReverse up 21-14 against WySpike Defenestration. We're going to go into our second game. And let's flip it to game 2. And let's pull this up. I appreciate when the players are saying what series and game this is. It makes it so much better when you're watching the film. So if you're a player watching this, please continue doing that.
All right, Series 1, Game 2.
Series 1, Game 2. Well said, Rahul.
Yeah.
And let's put this forward. Skip a little bit. David Louis to serve. A fresh start for WySpike Defenestration. Hits a drop, and that's going to be 1-0 lead for SpydReverse. A nice hard serve, but they're not going to play it because they hit a pocket. A hard serve into the back lip. It's going to be a tied game at 1-1. Matthew Burrows to serve. Gonna make sure he's lined up correctly at 6 feet to make his serve more consistent. It's a front rim. And hits the same spot. One Rahul to serve against Jerem. Hits the drop. A hard serve by Rahul. Easy set by Matthew, and the put away by Jerem into David. That's going to be a 2-2 defenestration with the serve with Jeremiah Porter. Jerem to serves. He's going to hit a front rim. 3-2 SpydReverse in the lead. Hard serve into the crotch of Matthew. That's going to be David. Point on the ace. Actually, I believe Jerem may have touched that. I don't think it was an ace. 4-2. It's the side of the front rim. Hits a hard back pocket, and that's going to be a point for defenestration. Three, 4, hit a lip. Rahul. Opt for the drop. And that's going to be a point for SpydReverse. Here there's a fault. This game is actually going to be really easy to take stats on. I don't have to count like rallies and everything, because this is the game I'm taking stats on. A good touch by Matthew Burrows. Tries to adjust with the offset, but can't do so. And there's going to be ball shagging. You can skip a little bit. Rahul to serve against Jerem. He's going to hit a back lip. Man, it's getting hot in here. I'm going to have to take off my shirt. Not on camera, but bad receive, and SpydReverse is going to take point. Let me get another shirt. This shirt's burning me up. It's like a polo for TCU, and just came back from church. Oh, that's what I should wear. That's a nice shirt. Rahul to serve. Hits a drop. Matthew's going to be there, though. I believe they called pocket. And they're shagging balls next point, and I'll change. 4-7. Jeremiah Porter to serve David. This is his chance to prove himself. It's a front rim. Dang it, Jerem. Prove yourself. Come on. It's a nice serve. David gets a good handle on it. And it's going to move right into the middle of the defense. A great shot by SpydReverse. Alright, we're gonna be a missed. A good touch by Matthew. Great set by Jerem into the defense of David. Beautiful play by WySpike Defenestration. I got my Pokemon shirt on. And yes, it is much cooler than my last shirt. Give me 5'8", Matthew Burrows to serve. Yes, it's a Pokemon shirt. And it's going to be ball shagging, which I'm going to skip. Don't like watching ball shag. A great touch by David. A good set by Rahul. Puts it past the defense. Germ gets it up. Tries to do something really fancy. Rahul puts it away. No, it's a beautiful set. 1, 2, 3 finish into the defense of David Louis. A great little rally from this group to bring things back up to speed. That's going to be a break for WySpike Defenestration. And that's going to be 6-9. A drop into the ground. There's going to be a point for SpydReverse. 10-6, Rahul to serve against Matthew. A hard push. You hate to see it. I think something that's so hard about serve receiving Rahul is that he has such a vast array of what he can do, and it's all super hard. It's something you really just have to react to. 12-6. SpydReverse serving. Off to the lefty. I rarely see Rahul go lefty serve. Point for Defenestration. Turn goes to the serve, hits the back lip. And gets another front rim. It's going to be a point for SpydReverse. $13-7, David Louis to serve. Oh, I think it barely cut. I don't even know if that cut. It's just a hard serve. In the ace, it's a lip. Matthew opposite play, but doesn't want it because it's a bad touch. This is a nice grass field. Where is this at? This is beautiful. A good reverse cut, but I think it may have lipped. Yeah, I would agree. The thing about the reverse cut is it has to be sparkly clean in the middle of the net for it to look nice. 8-14 goes to the drop. Goes for the nice jam. That's going to be an ace by Matthew Burrows. Beautiful. (9-4). Let's see if he can get a service run going. And that's going to be right-handed serve, but Rahul gets it and puts it away with the 1-2-3 hit. And that's going to be a point for SpydReverse. Now with Rahul to serve. (15-19). It's not 15-19, David. It's 15-9. Ooh. I did some squats yesterday and my thighs hurt. I did like 10. That's crazy. Oh, a beautiful touch by Matthew. 1-2-3 put away over the head of Rahul Murthy. And that's going to be a point for WySpike Defenestration. Dude, why did 10 little squats hurt my thighs so badly? My goodness. I am weak. Jeremiah Porter to serve. Hits it hard into the back lip. Man. I'm gonna have to rewatch this game for stats. It's gonna be hard to rewatch. Germ to serve. Hits front rim. And that's gonna be point for SpydReverse. Y'all, I honestly may put the game on 1.25 speed. It's hard to commentate when it's just like it's aces and double faults. 16-10. Got the drop by David. And the easy on two by Matthew Burrows. Puts it on. And that's going to be a 1-2-3 put by Defenestration. Matthew trying to explain defense to Germ. And it's going to be 7-1. SpydReverse on Defenestration. A decent set by Germ. And the beautiful offset hit by Matthew Burrows to put Defenestration at 12-17. A great touch. Decides to play it. Rahul hits the on-two with his left. That's going to be 18-12. SpydReverse in the lead. A hard serve. Germ says he don't want it. Good cut. Matthew gets the defensive touch. Or not defensive touch. Offensive touch. The set, that's what it's called. Sorry, y'all, I had a little verbal stumble there. And that's gonna be a point for SpydReverse. $19-12. Germ with a great set, and Matthew puts it on. I don't know if y'all saw, but they talked about this possibly being the stream game. And Matthew said it's a good thing it wasn't. Big Eat. A great serve by Matthew Burrows. And a good push by David to the right of Matthew Burrows. It's going to be 0.3 Rahul to serve against Germ. Opts for the push. And hits a back lip. And WySpike Defenestration needs a major comeback to make it here. And we have Jeremiah to serve. Can he do it? It's a hard serve. A great defensive up by Germ, but Matthew's not going to be able to get there. And Matthew decides to call it. Germ to serve here. Hits it hard. And that's going to be an ace by Jeremiah Porter against Rahul. There's one. Can he get another one? Goes for a couple fakes. Hits a lobster trap. And hits another lobster trap. And that's going to be game 2 of Series 1. SpydReverse is going to win 21-15. And there's a little bit of improvement but from Defenestration, putting on a few more serves. Lost that game 15-21. Last game was 14-21. And we're going to go into Series 2 with Game 3.
Series 2, Game 2.
Wait, this is
SpydReverse versus
no. This is series
WySpike mirror stage.
series 2. This is game 2. I want game 1. Let's see.
Which one? I don't think so. Oh really? Yeah. Maybe.
Oh, so it's that was game 1. Freaking Rahul.
Series 2, Game 2.
Series 2, game 2. It's not. That's game 1.
SpydReverse
Rahul said it
versus,
wrong.
WySpike mirror stage. Defenestration. I was about to say catharsis.
Series 2, game 1.
What?
Rahul.
Shoot. Sorry. Series 2, Game 1.
Series 2, game 1. A great serve by Matthew to start it off. Gets a good up from Matthew. Puts it on. David gets the touch. Rahul, a beautiful set, but he's going to hit it into the rim. Or he's going to touch rim, rather. That's going to be a point for WySpike Defenestration. And that's a good start for Matthew. Hopefully it gives him some confidence going into the rest of the game to get serves on. A beautiful serve. He's mad. Oh, and David's going to get a good little wrap on the ball. One all, David to serve. Hits a front rim. And hits a second rim. And this is, I think, the first time in a while we've seen WySpike Defenestration up in a game. Let's see if they can maintain it. It's a backlit by Jeremiah Porter. And I believe it clipped front rim. I should undo a button? Do you mean like keep track of the double faults? A good up and defensive play, but Rahul's gonna set it way off the net. And that's a point for WySpike Defenestration. Oh, every time. Oh. No, Jared. What if there's children here? And I'm only undoing buttons because it's hot in here. It's like super hot and I don't want to put on the fan. Because I just got nose surgery, so I could like stuff it and make it all gross. Because apparently I'm allergic to like everything. 3-2. Matthew Bros to serve. Gets a nice drop. I think his serve accuracy this game is 100%. Beautiful defensive play by Germ. Oh, but Matthew can't give him the good set onto the net. That's going to be a point for SpydReverse. There's a very lackadaisical set there by Matthew. That set was fine? Bro, that set was off net. Let me show you what I'm looking at. Look where he hit it. He hit it off net. He didn't lose legs and he kind of just looked flimsy in your arm. I know he's coming back for the run, but I still think you misjudged how far Germ was from the set itself, and I think you could just hit it higher rather than low and away from the net. No, I get what you're saying because he's coming away, but still. I think he was close enough to get there if you hit it high versus off. but the set was still pretty low. It is floors. Great serve by Jeremiah Porter. And a beautiful, beautiful second touch by Rahul and a quick, easy hit by David Louis. That was a good play by SpydReverse. That is Salt Shaker. Nice easy 1-2-3 put away by Matthew and Germ. And so far they're looking very great. Been hitting serves on, getting defensive touches, and I would love to see them hold this game and take it to 3 in this series. Or just beat him in 2. Ah, nice low hit by Rahul. And that was a touch by Matthew, and I will remember to take that stat. 6-5 SpydReverse. A nice serve. Germs gets a great touch on it. It's a little bit off net. And I think the set was off net. Germ, I think something you could do though is let the set drop a little bit more. Let the set drop a little bit more. Reduce your... Because you're hitting it from this high, you're going to have a lot of room for error. But if it's lower, you have a more solid angle of hitting it off. That's going to be a good adjustment and a great hit by David Louis. Great touch and a 1-2-3 put away by WySpike Defenestration. I'm trying to listen to what the score is. I think I'm off 1. Is it 8-6? Let me listen to this. Oh, it's 6-8. Set off net by Rahul. David somehow gets it. I think it's a great defensive touch. Swings and he misses the ball. Ah. Nine 6 Rahul to serve. It's a hard serve. Matthew gets a great up. Germ with a nice high set, and that's going to be a point for his WySpike Defenestration. Great set and a great hit by Germ and Matthew. A nice serve. And the ace by Matthew Burrows. It's a good serve. David gets a good touch on it, and he's going to push it down the middle to solve the riddle. And that's going to be a point for SpydReverse. Man, we had a train last matchup. And this time, I think it's an airplane. It could be another train, though. It's definitely a train. Yep, definitely a train. And that's gonna... Oh, y'all were playing at the same time. My fault. WySpike Defenestration to serve here. Forgot that y'all were playing at the same time. And that's going to be a lit. SpydReverse takes the point there at 11-9. skip a little bit. It's going to be Rahul to serve. It's a hard into the back lip. And that's going to be a double fault by Rahul. And this is a nearly tied game. I would love to see a service run by either Burrows or Matthew. Or not Matthew. Burrows or Germ there. And I think David's going to call side pocket. Off to the short, and he does not get it. Dang. So Burrows is getting his serves onto the net. They're just pocketing now. They opt to play it. Easy 1-2-3 put away, and a nice defensive try by David Louis. Really do appreciate the effort by David Louis to be more defensive in these past few games. That's going to be a double fault. SpydReverse up 12-11. Rahul to serve to Germ. And that's going to be a double fault. And the game is tied. Nope. 2-3. Well, who was just serving? So it's, yeah, it's 2-3. Matthew to serve. Changes his stance here. I don't know if y'all noticed that. And tries, but double faults. David goes for the reverse cut. Matthew gets a good touch on it. And it's going to be a high and over the defense for WySpike Defenestration to take the point. You're going to opt to play it. Rahul's going to do the 1-2-3 put away. And I believe Matthew gets a defensive touch on it, but it's not going to go up at all. (15-13) Rahul to serve. A hard hit. It should clip around. Yeah. Good call by Matthew Burrows. No, it hit rim. Don't take that back. A good cut. Great touch on it. A little bit off net, but overall, for the first touch that he got, it was a good set. SpydReverse serving. Wait, what is it? Ooh, a good little flick from Matthew, and David gets the defensive touch on it. I believe it is. What's the score? 16-14? Possibly? I don't know. Ball shagging and some talking. Gets the nice ace on Rahul. It's going to be 5-6, so we're right on score. It gets the put on. Germ. So Germ right there. I think something you could have done better. You're making a curved run, very, very wide. When instead you should have just taken the line right through. You went all the way around. Because Matthew is funneling. So I think you're just cutting in and getting that touch, you could have had it. It's going to be 6-7. A big point is needed here from Germ. I mean, it may not be the way you're supposed to rotate, but just where the serve was coming because of the point and how it played out. Fair enough. So you were supposed to go all the way around and Matthew was supposed to stay? I'm guessing that's what you mean. The goose. According to Germ, the goose wants some bread. Hopefully someone gave him bread. It's going to be 7-8. Matthew to serve gets a good hit. But it's going to be 1, 2, 3 put away. You hate to see it. $19.17 is going to go high. Second serve there. Opts for the push. Matthew gets a good touch on it. A great set by Germ. He's just hitting those sky balls on the defense. And let's see if Germ can capitalize here at 18-19 to win the game. So front rim. Yike. And that's going to be SpydReverse's point. Great serve by Rahul. And a nice skyball on two by Matthew Burrows to win the point for Defenestration. Good up by David. Easy put away to the left side of Matthew Burrows. And that's going to be point 21-19. Overall, I loved seeing this set. There were a lot of defensive touches. But WySpike Defenestration definitely had a lot more put-ons onto the net. Maybe a few setting errors here and there. But much better. Cooper says that he thinks Rahul carried set. Who knows?
Well, with a weak set, I got it. Who?
Yeah, for our viewers out there, once again, defenestration is the act of throwing someone out of a window. Fun fact. Gonna be zeros. Matthew Burrows to serve. He's gonna get that lip. Second serve is gonna get on. David's gonna hit it high. Jerm's gonna get the defensive touch on it. I did the good set. Oh! Germ holds the shot a little bit too late, but overall, great defensive playing. SpydReverse to serve 1-0. It's going to be called pocket. A touch by Germ, but it's not an ace. It's gonna not be an ace though. Saving the stats for Jeremiah Porter. Like a true partner. Well done, Matthew Burrows. And that was an ace. I don't know if y'all can hear the actual game audio itself, but it's very funny. That's funny to watch. Rahul Murthy to serve against Jeremiah Porter. They need to put a stop to this soon. Otherwise, they're going to get too far out of reach, and this is going to be a hard game to come back from. Rahul to serve, and it's going to go high. Rahul does it himself. So now it's going to be WySpike Defenestration to serve with 1-3. Ew, I smell. Germ with the hard serve, it's into the back lip. Rahul talking about his injuries and his ankle braces. Germ saying he's done. He doesn't want to hear about that. He just wants to ace the crap out of Rahul. Gets a hard serve on the net. Rahul hits it far, and Germ gets the defensive touch but can't get it up. Yeah, you can see Germ's like, bruh, I'm about to pop off. Look at that expression on his face. He said, I don't care about your ankle injuries anymore, Rahul. I'm trying to ace you. David goes for the backhand there and misses. Has to go for the cut, and he misses again. Two four is gonna hit the back side lip. Get cranky if you don't get your lunch, huh? 5-2 Rahul to serve. Gets a great up and on, and I can't put away the shot. That's gonna be a point for SpydReverse. You're not bad. I think the things that you're struggling with is when the set's coming right at you. I think something you could be doing is just when it's coming at you, shifting, opening up your body, and then just hitting a normal forehand. But you've been going for a lot of pushes. And I don't think that's your best shot. I don't think you should be pushing. I think you should just be doing a normal wrap. Jeremy with the great on. David gets a touch. Puts the flick away, and Matthew almost gets the touch on it. Wait. I was in SpydReverse's point. What's the score? I think it may be 4-6. Not for sure though. Yep, 7-4. I think he was for a push there, doesn't get it on. And they're going to be a carry call on the receive. Six, 7. Another great serve by Matthew Burrows. And Rahul's going to hit a low shot under the hand of Matthew. I think that was a great try on the defense for Matthew, but just overall the shot was beautifully executed. Good touch, set, and hopefully put away. Bad hit by Matthew, but it got the job done. Great 1, 2, 3. Taking some notes. I mean, 9-7 is going to be a wide cut serve to the right of Germ. Great serving by David Louis. That's going to be another cut serve. I think it's going to barely lip. I want to see that a little bit more. Yeah, it looked like it popped up a little bit. Yeah. I think I would have called whip. 10-6, first serve. Gonna opt to play it. And they choose not to. Great set and a good wrap by Matthew Burrows. It's 8-10. Should be 8-10. A10's Matthew to serve. Great put on. And David puts it underneath Matthew. Sorry for that. It's going to be 12-8. Rahul is going to hit a front rim. And he's going to hit a second rim. So this game is still pretty close. I would love to still see consistent serving by WySpike Defenestration because this second series is so much better than the first. I mean, I think they got 1 to 3 serves on the first series, and they've gotten at least each of them those amount on. Hopefully Jerm can put this one on. Come on, Jerm. Gets one on. It goes right into the chest region of Rahul, but SpydReverse doesn't get that point. Oh, 12-9. My fault. David to serve. Has a good little jam. Matthew gets a good touch on it. Flicks it into the body of David, and there's not going to be a point. For SpydReverse, it's going to go to Defenestration. Hard serve. David gets a good touch up. It lifts up. Jeremiah Porter's there for the touch. A good set on net. David gets the touch onto it. Sends it away. And Matthew's barely not going to be able to chase it down. Overall, good defense, but bad hitting by everyone. All the shots were hit right at the defender. Hold to serve. Good touch by Germ. Little offset. Goes to the tweener and hits it into the ground. Second serve for Rahul Murthy. Hits it into the rim. A point for WySpike Defenestration. Hopefully Germ will take off here. There it is. Beautiful serve to Jan David Louis. And that's going to be a point for Defenestration. Rim. Opts for the lefty serve. I like the confidence there. Trying to do a change up from his normal serve he's been doing. Hits front pocket. 1, 2, 3. Easy put away by SpydReverse. By 2. David Louis with the backhand. And I think that's going to be an ace. Jeez. That was a beautiful serve and extremely well executed. the drop. And he's going to hit a back pocket. Matthew Rose goes for the right-handed serve. Hits it far and away. A good defensive play. Or not defensive play, but good 1-2-3 by SpydReverse. Gonna go get ball. Skip. 17-13 Rahul to serve against Matthew. A nice stance against the server. Gets the drop. Matthew's there. Wraps the ball over David Louis, and that's going to be point for WySpike Defenestration. Back lip. That's going to be a point for SpydReverse. David Louis to serve against Jeremiah Porter. And he's going to hit a mean reverse cut. And this game looks like it's going to be out of reach. A good reverse, but Matthew Bros gets a hand on it. David tries to go for the defensive up, but it's not going to work. Great defensive touch by David. Put away. And that's going to make it point 15, I think, with Rahul to serve. And this game looks like it's going to be in the bag for SpydReverse. A good 1-2-3 by WySpike Defenestration. Gonna be a front ring by Jeremiah Porter. And puts it on. Rahul's gonna get a touch. And that's gonna be game. That wasn't a double fault actually. And that's going to be 21-16. So game 1, 21-14. Game 2, 21-15. Game 3 was their best game for WySpike Defenestration at 21-19. And finishing out at 21-16. So a couple of notes for both teams. Overall, rough game to watch because it's just double faults and aces all around, which I kind of expected going into, just because they'd already told me. I think what I want to see from Jerem and Matthew is against teams that are more serve heavy, maybe looking at Colton and Cooper, or even looking at Luke, who's a pretty decent server, that y'all should be taking more advantage of bad serves. I think there were a lot of times whenever y'all got a touch on the bad serve, and your touch would be on the other side of the net from your partner, when it could just as easily be very close, and you can capitalize on playing those. So your first touches need to be better on that. And then just knowing each other's defense better. I think a lot of times y'all were guarding the same spot, and if y'all are communicating better, like who's going where, being able to read the set better and knowing how your hitters are hitting. Because I know y'all can play defense well, because y'all definitely have done it in the past, and definitely did it in this game. By better, I mean you get touches, you're both pretty athletic, but you have to know how to work together better. And with David and Rahul, I think a lot of times all they were doing was just textbook material shots. It was the easy 1-2-3 put away, and that worked great because Jerem and Matthew, I feel like, weren't really covering it. It was just, they were just splitting them down the middle a lot of times. But in the future, I would like to see them kind of diversify their shot selection more because it was very easy to read. And then David on defense, I think he's doing a great job at putting in a lot more effort What I would like to see him do, he's getting in the ball a lot more. I would like to see him angle his body upwards. Because I think a lot of times if he had angled his body upwards more, it could have given a better second touch for Rahul, and that would have led to more points for them. Overall, it was a game to watch, and I look forward to watching it again when I have to take stats on it. But that concludes the stream for the night, and I think we got the stream to work better with the Ethernet cable, and hopefully I will see you guys back here next week when we review week 2 of the Gold League. I'm your commentator, Nick Nogues from WySpike, signing out for the night, and thank you so much.